Okay. First thing is get VirtualBox, um, Windows host, I have Windows. Let's see, where'd that go? Downloads. Here we go. Okay, installing. We're just going to go ahead and do the basic install. Sure. Friendly notes. You need your public license. So I'm not doing anything to alter the VirtualBox code. I'm just trying to use the VirtualBox. Yeah, so change is not a problem. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Sure. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds great. That's good to know. Okay. Oof. Okay. Mhm. Okay. 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 All right. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. Oh. Okay. Copyright, copyright, copyright. Okay. Right. 55. Okay, that's the get ready to get out the door timer. Boy, this takes forever. I thought even reading it out loud is still taking forever. Oh, I swear, they always put the most drab language in these things. Okay, game's are the end, I hope. Okay. Sure. No, I'm very unlikely to be developing a new program from this. That's not. It's kind of nice to keep things um, free, right? Software and people have a chance to do modifications. Ugh. And each file should have at least the copyright line and a pointer to where. That's a good idea. Ugh. Right. So true, though. Ugh. So anyway, I think they're specifically talking about doing something with this program, which I'm not going to do, but that's still a good thing to keep in mind for like if I ever decide to make some kind of software that I would like to share with people. Great. Oh, that took a while. Okay, I'm accepting the terms. We're just gonna do the standard. Okay, good. I don't know what that means. Sure. I feel like there's some stuff I'm missing because of my settings. Well, hopefully it wasn't too important. Next. Alright. Step one. Dialing the virtual machine. AKA the Herco VirtualBox. Oh. Um, wait. Hmm. That's interesting. Okay, so it's about time to go already. Crazy. Okay. Oh, finish. Okay, so that's step 1. Great. I think I'm fine with basic mode. Keep it easy and breezy for now. I'm sure I can change that later if I need to. Okay. 21 viewers on TikTok. Cool. Alright, next up is Linux Mint. Get that. Ah, Linux Mint. This version for the operating system is here. Do I want the friendly one? Oh, okay, rundown. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I just jumped into things. Let's do a rundown real quick. So here's the idea about VirtualBox. Powerful open source virtualization for personal enterprise use. VirtualBox is a general-purpose full virtualization software for x86_64 hardware with version 7.1, additionally for macOS/ARM, targeted at laptop, desktop, server, and embedded use. Okay, that's what it is. So they've got community section, documentation, and training. That's interesting. Okay. So duplicate this. And now I can go to Linux Mint. Okay, so here's Linux Mint. Home. About about Linux Mint. About Linux Mint. Linux Mint is one of the most popular desktop Linux distributions and used by millions of people. It's one of the best alternatives to Microsoft Windows and Apple macOS. Purpose. The purpose of Linux Mint is to produce a modern, elegant, and comfortable operating system, which is both powerful and easy to use. Some of the reasons for the success of Linux Mint are: it works out of the box with full multimedia support and is extremely easy to use. That's very handy for what I'm trying to do with YouTube stuff. It's both free of cost and open source. It's community driven. Users encouraged to send feedback to the project so that their ideas can be used to improve Linux Mint. Based on Debian and Ubuntu, it provides about 30,000 packages and one of the best software managers. It's safe and reliable thanks to conserve software updates, a unique update manager, and its robust Linux architecture. Linux Mint requires very little maintenance, which is awesome. No regressions, no antivirus, no anti-spyware, etc. Yay. History. In 2021, Linux Mint celebrated its 15th anniversary. Let's take a look back on how it all started and some of the events which have helped shape what it is today. Oh, so 2006 there were some articles and reviews. Clement Lefebvre, a French developer, something like that, now commonly known as Clem, was writing reviews and tutorials for various Linux sites. To host his own articles, he started a website called Linux Mint. Also in 2006, early releases. After a time, he began to get a flavor for what the community wanted out of a distribution and started implementing solutions to common problems. In August of 2006, Linux Mint 1.0 Ada, based on Ubuntu 6.06, was released. In November 2006, he switched to a GNOME desktop with Linux Mint 2.0 Barbara, based on Ubuntu 6.10. So, 1 GNOME desktop, 2 multimedia codecs, 3 improved support for Wi-Fi and NVIDIA, and 4 added conversion options. 2007, new ambition. The project is extremely popular and grows rapidly. A team is formed, forums, chat rooms, and a website are open. By the time Linux Mint 3.0 Cassandra is released, the project has a new logo, its own identity, and the ambition to rival Windows and Mac OS. So, filtered app menu is 1, 2 is the App Store, 3 is disk management, and 4 is NTFS support. Okay, from 2000 to 2010, development and growth. Linux Mint rises to the top and joins Ubuntu as one of the most popular desktops on the market. Between Linux Mint 4.0 and Linux Mint 9.0 Isadora, more and more tools make Linux Mint unique. Mint Update, Mint Install, Mint Disk, Mint Menu, Mint Desktop, Mint Annie, Mint Backup, Mint Stick, Mint Welcome, and Mint Upload. 1. Update Manager. 2. Unique features. 3. Many Mint tools are developed. 2010. A mature desktop. Linux Mint features a desktop experience based on GNOME 2, which has matured for now more than 5 years. It is full-featured, extremely stable. It's full-featured, extremely stable, and very popular. 2011, a traumatic release. When GNOME 3 replaces GNOME 2, it's a catastrophe for Linux Mint. Many features, the panel, the tray, the menu, etc., are missing, and neither the desktop, the theme engine, nor the toolkit are stable. Despite the re-implementation of most of the missing features, the release of Linux Mint 12 Lisa, based on GNOME 3, is not good enough and is still, to this day, considered by the team as a regression. To guarantee its future, Linux Mint decides to widen the scope of its development and invest in 2 alternatives to GNOME 3. Mate, a joint project which consists in renaming GNOME 2 and bringing it back, and Cinnamon, a Mint project which consists in adapting GNOME 3 and turning it into a full-featured desktop. 2012 to present, which is when I started using Linux Mint, because that's pretty much when I started my quest for computer science grad school. Was pretty much 2013 or so, 2014. So by the time I finally got to use Mint, I think I was still working toward getting into computer science grad school. The modern era. Since 2012, Linux Mint provides incremental improvements to what is a more and more refined desktop experience. The team has boosted its development by focusing on 3 desktop editions: Cinnamon, Mate, and XFCE, and by taking the decisions in 2014 to only use long-term support releases. Oh, okay, cool. The accent is put on quality versus quantity, on doing less to do it better, and on pleasing existing users rather than trying to attract new ones. Following the success of Cinnamon and its compatibility with other distributions, Linux Mint also started to develop cross-distribution and cross-desktop solutions. Nowadays, some of the software developed by Linux Mint is enjoyed in many other distributions, and bug reports and development are boosted by contributions from people outside of the Linux Mint community. All right, so I'm familiar with the Linux Mint Meet, but they do recommend Linux Mint 22.1. Let's check that more. Okay, good. I can get the Meet edition. That's what I prefer. Okay, the latest and the greatest is Linux Mint 22.1 SIA, or I think. Ready to download. Linux Mint is available in different flavors. Choose an edition below. For more information, read the installation instructions. Installation instructions. So they have the Cinema edition. That's a sleek, modern, innovative. The most popular version of Linux Mint is Cinnamon Edition. Cinnamon is primarily developed for and by Linux Mint. It is slick, beautiful, and full of new features. And then XFC Edition says light, simple, and efficient. XFC is a lightweight desktop environment. It doesn't support as many features as Cinnamon, but it's lighter on resource usage, which has its pros. And Classic Original Mate Edition. That's the one I usually go to. Let's see. Mate is a classic desktop environment. It is a continuation of GNOME 2, which is Linux Mint's default desktop between 2006 and 2011. So, I personally could see me having all three versions, since I am using a virtual box. But to start, I guess we could start with Cinnamon. Installation instructions. Choose the right edition. You can download it and read below. Different flavors. Okay, so that's what we already read. Then it says, of course, all three desktops are great. Linux Mint is extremely proud of each edition, although there are more features and better support in some editions than others, and some do run faster and use less features than others. They're all great alternatives. Actually, their edition is largely a matter of taste. Other than their features and performance, Cinnamon, Mate, and XFCE also represent three different desktop environments, with different menus, different panels, and configuration tools. The right one for you is the one where you feel at home. Technically, that would be Mate. If you aren't sure which desktop to choose, start with Cinnamon Edition. Try them all eventually when you have the time. All three of them have their own audience within the Linux Mint community, and they're all very popular. Okay, that's pretty much what I was thinking. 32-bit or 64-bit. From version 20 onwards, only 64-bit is available. 32-bit ISO images on prior versions are provided for compatibility with older computers. 32-bit processors are extremely rare nowadays, and most computers are able to run in 64-bit. If your computer is manufactured after 2007, you probably have a 64-bit processor, yes. If you have an old computer and you're unsure whether or not it can run 64-bit, read x86 technology. Tip: you can try to boot Linux Mint 64-bit on your computer. If it isn't compatible, nothing bad will happen. You will just get an error message. Note: if you cannot boot or install Linux Mint because your hardware is too recent and it's not properly detected, see the Agile ISO images chapter in the Linux Mint user guide. Well, train of ISO. Okay, sounds like a plan. back to the download. We'll go ahead and try the Cinnamon edition. Downloading that. Gotta start going. And turning out to see, anyone can produce big ISO images. It is your responsibility to check you're downloading the official ones. Download ISO image. Right-click Save Link As on the Save Link As on the SHA-256sum.txt and SHA-256sum.txt.gpg buttons. To save these files locally, then follow the instructions to verify your download files. Okay. Alright, this is verify. And that's download mirrors. Okay, let's try. Let's try Harvard School of Engineering. Downloading. Ooh, download in progress. It's gonna take a bit. Linux is kind of beefy. So, again, I am most familiar with Linux Mint Mate, but it's nice to keep an open mind. So I'm going to try out Cinnamon. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing any chats. Nope, just hesitant talking about best viewers on Twitch. Okay then. Oh, I do have chats on my phone because there's no way I can. Whatever I'm sharing on my computer is getting shared on stream, so. Privacy, privacy. Okay, we're about halfway done with this download, which means we can go to the part about verifying. So, verify your ISO image. It is important to verify the integrity and authenticity of your ISO image. The integrity check confirms that your ISO image is properly downloaded and that your local file is an exact copy of the file present on the download servers. An error during the download could result in a corrupted file and trigger random issues during the installation, which would be no bueno. The authenticity check confirms that the ISO image you downloaded was signed by Linux Mint, and thus that it isn't a modified or malicious copy made with somebody else. Also good to know. Okay, looks like it finished downloading. Yes, great. Verify using Linux Mint. Okay then. If you're already running Linux Mint, you can use the built-in tool to perform all the verification checks. Right-click the ISO image and select verify, or use the mint -ISO verify command with the ISO file. Otherwise, download the SHA-256 sums provided by Mint. So to do that, it says all download mirrors provide the ISO images, a SHA-256sum.txt file, and a SHA-256sum.txt.jpg file. You should be able to find these files in the same place you download the ISO image from. If you can't find them, browse the kernel.org download mirror and click the version of the Linux Mint release you downloaded. So I did download those two things. Do not copy their content. Use right-click save link as to download the files themselves, and do not modify them in any way. Okay, great. Integrity check. To check the integrity of your local ISO file, generate its SHA-256sum file. To check the integrity of your local ISO file, generate its SHA-256sum and compare it with the sum present in that's what I need. Hint, if you are using Windows, follow the tutorial how to verify your ISO image on Windows. Yes, that one. Okay, that seems like a read. Okay, part of this is just comment section. Okay, how to verify the ISO image on Windows. Okay. Since the image file verification remains an issue for many Windows users, here's a detailed guide on how to do it on Windows. This guide assumes you do not have the Windows subsystem for Linux installed on Windows 10. Because then it would be easier for you to simply just really? There's a Windows subsystem? You could use that? Hold on. Is that also in Windows 11? That would save some time. How to install Linux on Windows with WSL. Ooh. Developers can access the power of both Windows and Linux at the same time on a Windows machine. The Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL, lets developers install Linux distributions such as Ubuntu, Open, SUSE, Kali, Daemon, Arch, Linux, etc. and use the Linux applications utilities and Bash command line tools directly on Windows, unmodified without the overhead of traditional virtual machine or dual boot setup. Really? That's interesting. Development. Okay. Prerequisites. You must be running Windows 10 version 2004 and higher. Build 19041 and higher, or Windows 11 to use the commands below. Really? I could do that. Let's try that one. If you are on early versions, please use the mouse install page. Okay. I am not. Awesome. Install WSL command. You can now install everything you need to run on WSL with a single command. Open PowerShell or Windows command prompt. Administrator mode. By right-clicking and selecting Run as Administrator, enter the WSL space -- install command and restart your machine. Really? Copy. That's something. Oh. Well, friends, that's an interesting development that might save me a headache. I didn't realize, I think Renardina might have been trying to tell me this earlier. I just didn't realize, oops, hold on. Rena's industry. I just didn't realize what I was missing. Classic case of that, I guess. Ooh, that could be so much better than what I was going to do, which is the way I'm used to doing it. But hey, if there's a better way to do it than the way I'm used to doing it, I'm not opposed to that at all. Run as a administrator. Okay, I pasted it in the thing. Let's see what happens. Will this work? Oh, it's downloading something. Oh, I am curious. Okay. Be beautiful. Oh, it's downloading Ubuntu. You don't say. Well, hopefully I could still get Windows Mint. If not, then no harm, no foul. I'll go ahead and do the virtual machine route. Oh, interesting. Well, I didn't really want um Ubuntu anyway. Interesting. So it said, request operation is installing Ubuntu. The operation could not be started because a required feature is not installed. Error code WS1 install distro. Uh, I guess I should say it correctly. WSL, I think. / install distro / service / register distro / create VM / HDS / HDS _E _service _not available. Interesting. All right, well, that is interesting. Okay, well, I am going to go to the next part of my day, and hopefully it'll go well and not be complicated, and that I'll be back at home at a reasonable time so I can continue on with whatever I'm doing. Still remains to be seen, but at least for now, ooh, that's interesting. Huh. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you so much for anybody who checked out this stream. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I am really itching to get some more coding time in. It's been too long, way too long, over a year, and I'm just not liking that at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on to the next thing on my day, and I'll be back home later and doing more kind of streaming later. Thank you to anyone who I may have missed. Thank you to anyone who might check this out in the future. Stranger things have happened, and whenever, wherever, however, whatever, just make the most of it. I'm sorry, I'm looking down here like this. Whatever, whenever, however, whatever. Whenever, however, whatever. Oh, something. Whatever, whenever, however, whenever. Something like that. Just make the most of it. That's a mistake.